Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we will create a static coffee site using React and Tailwind CSS. As you can see, Navbar on top with some effects. Then there comes the banner. After the banner, there comes the Discover Us component. Then comes the menu with some effects. After the menu, there comes the About Us section with some effects. After that comes the review section, and then there is footer. This site has React scroll functionality. The site is fully responsive, as you can see. So let's get started. Open your VS Code, go to Chrome, type white React, click on the first link, scroll down, copy this command and paste it in your terminal. Give project name coffee static website. Select framework React and JavaScript. Copy this line and paste it in your terminal. Let's install the node packages. Till the time they are installing, let's go to Chrome and install Tailwind CSS. Type here Tailwind CSS. Click on framework guides. Click using React using white. Copy this line and paste it in your terminal. Now copy this line and go to, and now we don't need the app.css file. Remove this. Now go to white.config.js file and paste it here. Now copy this line and paste it here. Put a comma and paste it here. Now scroll down and copy this import statement. Go to index.css and paste it here. Now copy this h1 tag and paste it in app.js. Remove this code and type RAFCE and paste it here. Change class to class name. Now run our server by typing npm run dev. Now as you can see, the Tailwind is installed successfully. Now remove the strict mode from main.jsx and let's give our title to our project, that is coffee static website. Now close all this and let's see there are assets. You can download the assets from the given link below. Now let's create our first component folder. Let's create our first component, that is navbar.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. Go to app.js and let's import navbar.jsx. Now as you can see, it's imported successfully. Now let's open and type React icons. To install React icon, copy this line and paste it in your terminal. Now restart our server by typing npm run dev. Now let's create a navbar. type nav, give class name, position will be relative, bg cover, bg center, shadow excel, border 4, border dashed, border ember 500, rounded excel, overflow hidden. Now let's create coffee theme bg. Let's type div. Let's close the div here. Give class name. Position will be absolute. Insert 0. bg gradient to r. From, give a hash, give a code. To, again give a code. Opacity will be 90, 95. Now after this div, let's create div. Give class name. Position will be relative. Max width will be 7 XL. MX auto. Padding from x axis will be 4. Padding from y axis will be 5. Let's create div. Give class name. Flex. Justify between. Item center. Let's create logo. Now as you can see, after this let's create div. Flex. Item center. Let's create an anchor tag. Hash. Give class name. Text will be white. Text 3XL. For medium screen text will be LG. For larger screen text will be 4XL. Font will be extra bold. Flex. Item center. Let's create a style. Font family will be lobster, cursive. After this, let's go again and type React icons and type FA coffee. Let's copy this import statement and paste it here. Let's copy this and let's give class name to the icon mr2 text yellow 300. Let's close this icon and let's type Cafe Royale. As you can see, Cafe Royale. Now let's type desktop menu. Let's create desktop menu. Type div, give class name hidden. For medium screen it will be flex. Space from x axis will be 8. Item will be center. Now let's go to GitHub. You can go directly from the given link below to get the dummy data. Open src, go to components, go to navbar.jsx, copy this line and paste it here. Copy this and paste it here. Okay. Now let's pass nav links dot map. Let's pass id comma label comma extra. Let's create an arrow function. Let's create don't close it. Let's type React scroll and enter. Now copy this command and paste it in your terminal. It will install the React scroll packages. Let's restart the server. Now let's type link. Let's pass key id. Let's import link. Import link from React scroll. Now here type 2 id, then give smooth is equal to true duration will be 500. Then let's type class name, backtick, position will be, text will be white, hover, text will be yellow 300, transition all, duration will be 300, font will be semi bold, text will be LG, for medium screen text will be SM. Let's extra, position will be relative, group, give a style, that is font family will be Montserrat, comma, put a comma inside and type sans serif. Now let's pass label and type span tag, close the span tag right here, give class name, position will be absolute, bottom 0, left 0, width will be 0, height will be 3 pixel, BG will be yellow 300, transition all, duration 300, group hover, width will be full. Now as you can see, the icons are here, the menu are here, type cursor pointer, then give height, yes. Now as you can see, a bar is coming down side. Now after this div, let's create button. Let's type div, let's copy this div class and paste it here. Let's change the value to 5. Then an anchor tag, give hashtag, give class name will be flex, hashtag order, flex item center. For larger screen, padding from y-axis will be 3, padding from x-axis will be 4. For medium screen, padding from x-axis will be 6, padding from y-axis will be 2, padding from y-axis will be 1.5 in medium screen, BG gradient to R from yellow 400 to yellow 600, text will be white, rounded full. Then shadow will be 2 XL, hover shadow 2 XL, transform hover scale 105, transition all, duration will be 300, font will be bold, text will be SM, for medium screen text will be SM. Let's give style, font family will be, let's copy this line and paste it here. Then let's pass an icon, that is FA coffee, give class name MR2, let's close it and type order now. Now as you can see, a button is here. Now after this, let's create another anchor tag, hashtag login, give class name, padding from x-axis will be 4, for medium screen padding from x-axis will be 6, for medium screen padding from y-axis will be 1, padding from y-axis will be 2, for larger screen padding from y-axis will be 3, border 2, border yellow 400, border text yellow 400, rounded full, hover BG yellow 400, hover text will be white, transition all, duration 300, font will be bold, text will be SM, for medium screen text will be SM. Now copy this style and paste it here, and let's pass an icon, that is FA user, give class name inline, for medium screen text will be SM, MR2, let's close this and let's type login. Now as you can see, a login button is here. After this div, let's create mobile toggle. Let's create div, give class name, MD will be hidden, flex, item center, let's create button. Now let's define a state, that is const is open, comma set is open is equal to use state, false. Now on click, let's create an arrow function. Set is open. Give class name to the button, that is hover. Text will be yellow 300. Transition all, duration 300. Text will be 2 pixel. Padding will be 2. Rounded LG. BG will be white. BG opacity will be 10. And button is open. Then show FA times. Give class name, text yellow 300. Else show FA bars. Give class name, text yellow 300. Okay, make it here. Nice. Now as you can see, you can toggle it. Now then let's create mobile menu. Let's create div, let's create is open, and let's create div. Give class name. For medium screen it will be hidden. BG, let's give a code. BG opacity will be 95. Backdrop blur SM. Rounded LG. For margin top will be 4. Padding from y-axis will be 4. Shadow XL. Let's create div. Give class name flex. Flex call. Space from y-axis will be 4. Padding from x-axis will be 4. Let's pass navlinks.map. Let's pass ID label. Let's create an arrow function. Let's create an anchor tag. Give hash. Let's remove hash. Let's give backtick hash ID. Let's create div class name. Type text white. Text will be LG. Padding from y-axis will be 3. Padding from x-axis will be 4. Rounded LG. Hover BG a code. Transition all. Duration will be 300. Let's pass a key, that is ID. Then pass label. Now as you can see, the menu is here. Then after this, let's create div. Give class name flex. Flex call. Space from y-axis will be 3. Margin top will be 4. Let's create an anchor tag. Hashtag order. Give class name. Width will be full. Text will be center. Padding from y-axis will be 3. BG gradient to R. From yellow 400 to yellow 600. Text will be white. Rounded full. For shadow will be MD. Hover. Shadow will be LG. Transition all. Duration will be 300. Let's type order now. After this, let's create an anchor tag. Hashtag login. Give class name. Let's copy this and paste it here. Border 2. Border will be red. Border yellow 300. Text will be white. Rounded full. Hover PG yellow 400. Hover text will be white. Transition all. Duration will be 300. Let's type login. After this, let's check. Now as you can see, the navbar is fully responsive. Now let's create another component, that is banner.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. Let's go to app component and import banner. Let's close this. Now let's create a banner section. Let's create div. Give ID home. Class name will be position will be relative. BG will be cover. BG no repeat. BG center. Min height will be 80 VH. For medium screen, let's copy this and paste it here. Change it to 85 VH. For larger screen, change it to 95 VH. Flex item center, padding from x-axis will be 8. For smaller, it will be 4. In medium devices, it will be 6. Let's style BG background image will be, let's import the image. Import banner coffee from /assets/banner coffee. Now as you can see, this image banner coffee.png. Now backtick URL, let's pass banner coffee. Now as you can see, the image is present here. After this, then create a div and close it here. Let's pass class name. Position will be absolute, insert 0, BG will be black, opacity will be 30. After this, let's create div, give class name. Position will be relative, Z index will be 10, max width will be XL, text will be white, text will be center. For smaller screen, text will be center. For medium screen, text will be center. For larger, it will be text will be left. Now let's give title, create h1 tag, give class name, padding from x-axis will be 5, margin bottom will be 4, text will be 3XL, font will be bold, font play fair display. For medium smaller screen, text will be 5XL, for medium, text will be 7XL, for large, it will be 9XL. Let's give style, font family will be dancing script cursive. Let's type coffee. As you can see, coffee is here. After this, let's create description. Let's create paragraph tag, give class name, padding from x-axis will be 5, leading relaxed, margin bottom will be 6, font will be serif. For smaller screen, text will be base. For medium, text XL. For larger, text will be 3XL. Let's type the dummy data. Dummy text, that is, it is your have we provide the best for our customer. Full stop. Now as you can see, the dummy text is here. After this, let's create call to action button. Let's create div, give class name, flex, justify center. For larger screen, justify start. Let's type button, give class name, BG yellow 600, hover, BG yellow 700. Text will be black, font will be medium, transition colors, rounded full, shadow will be LG, border 2, border yellow 800, hover, border yellow 700. Padding from x-axis will be 6, padding from y-axis will be 3. For smaller screen, padding from x-axis will be 4. For smaller, padding from y-axis will be 2. In medium, for x-axis it will be 6 and for y it will be 3. For larger, padding from x-axis will be 8 and y-axis it will be 4. Text will be LG, type order now. Now as you can see, our order now button is here. Then let's create our another component, that is discover.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. Now let's import discover. Now let's create discover component. Type section, give class name, the position will be relative, bg gradient to r from a code via a code to a code. Min height will be screen, min height will be 50 VH, text will be a code, font will be serif, padding from y-axis will be 12, padding from x-axis will be 4, flex, item center, overflow will be hidden. Now let's create div, give class name, container, max width 7XL, mx auto, width will be full, flex, flex call, for medium screen flex will be row, flex will be row. Then gap will be of 8. Let's create left side. Let's create div, give class name, width will be full, for medium screen width will be 1/2, flex, flex call, justify center, item center, for medium screen item will be start, text will be center, for medium screen text will be left, padding from x-axis will be 4, for medium screen it will be 7. Let's create h1 tag, give class name, text will be 3XL, for smaller screen text will be 4XL, for medium screen text will be 5XL, for larger it will be 6XL, font will be bold, margin bottom will be 4. Let's type discover the best coffee. Now as you can see, it's present here. After this h1 tag, let's create paragraph tag, give class name text base, for smaller screen text will be LG, for medium it will be XL, leading relaxed, margin bottom will be 6. Let's type the text, that is with quality coffee that helps boost your productivity and builds your mood, full stop. Having a cup of coffee is good, but having a cup of real coffee is greater. There is no doubt that you will enjoy this coffee more than any other. This is the dummy text. As you can see, after the paragraph tag, let's create button, give class name, bg, a code, text will be white, padding from y-axis will be 3, padding from x-axis will be 6, rounded full, shadow will be MD, hover, shadow will be LG, transform, hover, minus translate from y-axis 1, transition, duration will be 300, ease in and out. Let's type learn more. Now as you can see, a learn more button. Now let's create right side. Let's create div, give class name, width will be full, for medium screen width will be 1/2, flex, justify center, for medium screen justify end, item center, padding from x-axis will be 4. Now let's create image tag. Let's import the image, import coffee beans from assets/coffeebeans.png. As you can see, this image. Now let's type coffee beans. In alt, let's type coffee beans. Give class name, width will be full, height will be auto, max width will be SX. For smaller screen, let's paste it here, MD. For medium it will be LG, and for larger screen it will be XL. For XL it will be 2XL. Object contain. Now as you can see the image. Now till this it's responsive. Okay. Now let's close this and let's create menu.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. Now go to app component and import menu. Now as you can see menu is imported successfully. Now let's go to menu.jsx, copy this code and go to menu and paste it here. Now remove this statements and remove this. Now it's fine. Now let's create menu. Now let's type div, give ID, menu, class name, min height screen, padding from y-axis will be 16, padding from x-axis will be 4, for smaller it will be 6, and for larger it will be 8. Position will be relative, overflow hidden. Let's create div, give class name, max width will be 7XL, mx auto, position will be relative. Div, class name, text will be center, margin bottom will be 16, position will be relative. H2, give class name, position will be relative. Inline block, text will be 3XL, for smaller screen it will be 4XL, for medium text will be 3XL, for larger text will be 5XL. Font family will be homemade, apple, comma cursive. Drop shadow MD, font will be bold. Text Ember 900, margin bottom will be 4. Let's create span tag, give class name, position will be absolute, minus top 2, for smaller screen minus top 4, for medium minus top 5, and for larger screen it will be 6. Minus left 2, for smaller screen minus left 4, for medium screen minus left 6, and for larger it will be minus 8. Text XL, for smaller screen text will be 2XL, for medium text will be 3XL, for larger text will be 3XL. Now let's close this. Now let's copy this icon and paste it here. Now after the span tag, let's type enjoy a new blend of coffee style. Let's create another span tag, give class name, position will be absolute, minus bottom will be 2. Let's copy this line and paste it here. Remove this. Change top to bottom. Let's copy this. Change here. Change it here. Change left to right. Copy this right and paste it here. Then here. Let's copy the icon and paste it here. Now as you can see, it's present here. Then let's create paragraph tag, give class name, text will be XL, for larger text will be 2XL, font will be bold, font family will be Libre, Baskerville, serif. Now italic, text Ember 800, max width will be 2XL, MX auto, margin top will be 8, Let's type the paragraph. Explore all flavors of coffee with us. There is always a new cup of worth experiencing. After this div, now as you can see the text is here. After this div, let's create div, give class name grid. Grid calls 1. For smaller screen, grid calls 2. For medium, grid calls 2. For larger, grid calls 4. Gap will be 8. Now let's pass coffee item dot map item comma index. Let's create an arrow function. Type div. Key will be index. Class name will be group. Position will be relative. BG will be white. Rounded 2 pixel. Overflow will be hidden. Shadow will be XL. Hover. Shadow will be 2 XL. Transition all. Duration will be 300. Transform. Hover. Minus translate from y-axis will be 2. Now let's create a div and close the div right here. Give class name. Position will be absolute. Insert 0. BG gradient to R. From ember 700/10 to ember 900/10. Rounded will be 2 XL. Pointer event none. After this, let's create div, give class name, position will be relative, overflow will be hidden. Another div and close the div right here. Give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, BG gradient to T from ember 900/30 to transparent, Z index will be 10. Then create an image tag. Let's type item.image. In alt, type item.name. Now as you can see, the images are here. Give class name, width will be full, height will be 556, object will be cover, transition transform, duration will be 300, group hover, scale 110. Now create div, give class name, padding will be 6, position will be relative. Another div, give class name, margin bottom will be 4, flex, item center, justify between. Let's pass item.icon. Now as you can see, different icons are here. Now after this, let's create an span tag, give class name, text will be 2XL, font will be Playfair, font will be bold, text ember 900, BG ember 100, padding from x-axis will be 4, padding from y-axis will be 2, rounded full, shadow SM. Let's type $199. After this div, let's create h3 tag, give class name, text will be 2XL, font will be, let's copy this line and paste it here. And after this, margin bottom will be 2, border be 2, border ember 200, padding from bottom will be 2. Let's pass item.name. As you can see, different name are here. Now after this h3 tag, create a paragraph tag and let's pass item.description. Give class name, text ember 800, font will be Lato, margin bottom will be 4, min height will be 60 pixel. Now as you can see, text are here. Now after this, let's create a button, give class name, width will be full, BG gradient to R, from ember 900 via ember 800 to ember 900. Text will be white, padding from y-axis will be 3, padding from x-axis will be 6, rounded excel, rounded excel, hover shadow LG, transition all, duration 300, flex, justify center, item center, gap will be 2, font will be Lato, font will be semi bold, group hover, BG Ember 800. Let's pass the icon FA mug hot, give class name, transition transform, group hover, rotate 12. Let's create a span tag. Let's type order now. Give span tag class name, group hover, translate from x axis will be 1, transition transform. Now as you can see, now after this div, let's create hover effect. Let's create div, give class name, position will be absolute, top will be 0, left will be 0, width will be 4, height will be 4, border T4, border L4, border Ember 900, opacity will be 0, group hover, opacity will be 10, 100, transition opacity, duration will be 300. Now remove this and close the div right here. Now as you can see, a hover effect. Let's copy this and paste it 3 times. Let's change left to right and here L to R. Here change top to bottom and T to B. Here change top to bottom and left to right. Change here L to R and T to B. Now as you can see, the 4 border are here. Now after this, close this and create another component, that is about us.jsx. Let's type RAFCE, go to app.jsx and import about us. Now go to about us and let's create about us. Give div, give class name, max min h screen, then padding from y axis will be 12, padding from x axis will be 4, for smaller it will be 6, for larger it will be 8. BG gradient to be from a antique white to wheat. Let's create div, give class name, max width 7 XL, MX auto, text will be center, margin bottom will be 16, flex, flex call, item center. Let's create image tag. Let's import the images, image cb dot cb from assets/cb dot png. Let's copy this line and paste it 3 times. Now change CB to extraordinary. Copy this and paste it here. Let's change this to batch. Change it, paste it here and here to price. And copy this and paste it here. Now type CB in alt type coffee beans. Give class name, width will be 16, height will be 16, margin bottom will be 4. Okay, it's not coming. Let's create h1 tag. Give class name, text will be 3XL. For smaller screen, text will be 4XL. For medium, it will be 5XL. Font will be serif. Text will be saddle brown. Margin bottom will be 4. Type Y, choose us, question mark. After this h1, let's create a paragraph tag. Type the paragraph, crafting moments of perfection in every cup. Let's create div, give class name, grid, grid calls 1 for medium screen, grid calls 2 for larger, grid calls 4, gap will be 8, max width 7 XL, MX auto. Let's pass card, BG white. Let's close this. Let's type icon BG is equal to BG saddle brown. Then icon is equal to CB. Then alt is equal to beans. Then invert. Then title is equal to premium quality. Then text is equal to aesthetically sourced beans roasted to perfection. Then border color is equal to saddle brown. Then title color is equal to text saddle brown. Then text color will be equal to text rosy brown. Then let's copy this card and paste it here. Change BG to BG gradient to be from saddle brown to sienna. Change BG to white. Change the icon to price. Change alt to price. Remove inverted. Change the title fair pricing. Change the text to premium quality at honest price. Change the border color to blurry wood. Change title color to text white and change this to this. Now let's copy this card again and paste it here. Just change the icon to extraordinary and alt will be changed to flavors. Let's change the title to unique flavors. Let's change text to artisan blends crafted by master roaster. Then let's copy this card and paste it here. Let's change the icon will be badge. Copy this and paste it here. Change the title to award winning. Let's change the text to recognize for excellence in coffee craftsmanship. Then now let's create a const cards is equal to, let's pass BG, let's pass icon BG, let's pass icon alt invert comma title comma text comma border color comma title color comma text color, and let's create an arrow function. Let's type div, give class name, backtick, position will be relative, BG, padding will be 8, rounded 3 XL, shadow will be LG, overflow hidden, transition transform, duration will be 300, transform, hover, scale 105. Now let's create div, give class name, position will be relative, z index will be 10. Let's create div, give class name, margin bottom will be 6, flex, justify center, another div, give class name, backtick, width will be 24, height will be 24. Let's pass icon bg, comma, rounded, full, flex, item center, justify center, shadow will be md. Let's create an image tag. Let's pass icon. In alt, let's pass alt, give class name, backtick, width will be 14, height will be 14. Then let's pass invert. Then filter, bg, brightness will be 0, inverted, else make it empty. Let's create h3 tag, give class name, backtick, text will be XL, for smaller screen text will be 2XL, for medium text will be 2XL, font will be serif, font will be bold, backtick, let's pass title color, margin bottom will be 4, text will be center. Let's pass title. Let's create paragraph tag and let's pass text, give class name, backtick, text will be center, text will be SM, for medium screen, for smaller screen, text will be base, text will be LG, font will be medium, italic, leading relaxed. Let's pass text color. Let's create div and let's close the div right here and give class name. Margin top will be 4, style border top will be backtick, backtick 2 pixel dashed dollar. Let's pass border color. Now it says okay, it's not an arrow function. Let's create it. Now there is an error. It says CB is not defined. Okay, now change this to CB. Now as you can see, it's present. Wait. Now let's remove this and change the parenthesis. Now as you can see, Y choosers is present here. It's looking good. Now after this div, let's create div, give class name, max width will be 4XL, MX auto, margin top will be 20, text will be center. Now create div, give class name, position will be relative, BG gradient to R, from saddle brown to Sienna, rounded 3XL, padding will be 1, shadow will be 2XL, overflow hidden. Let's create div and close the div right here. Give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, opacity will be 10. After this, let's create div, give class name, BG anti-QE white, rounded 2XL, padding will be 8, position will be relative, Z index will be 10, MX will be 1, MY will be 1, and let's create an H1 tag. Let's create H2 tag, give class name, text will be left, text will be Excel, For smaller screen, text will be 2XL. For medium, text will be 3XL. Font will be serif. Text will be saddle brown. Margin bottom will be 6. Leading tight. Let's type start your coffee journey with us. Now as you can see, there is a box and text. Now after H2, let's create button. Give class name BG gradient to R from saddle brown to Sina. Text will be white. Text will be base. Text will be LG. For medium screen, text will be XL. Padding from x-axis will be 8. Padding from y-axis will be 4. Rounded full. Hover. Shadow will be LG. Transition all. Duration 300. Font will be medium. Hover. Scale 105. Let's type join. Now join us. And let's type the Unicode for the arrow. Now after this, let's create a paragraph tag. Give class name. Margin top will be 4. Text will be roast brown. Font will be medium. Italic. Text will be SM. For smaller, text will be base. For medium, it will be XL. Join 50,000 plus coffee lovers worldwide. Now as you can see, now after this, let's create another component, that is testimonials.jsx. Let's type RAFCE. Let's go to app component and let's import the testimonial. Now let's create our testimonial. Let's create div, give ID testimonial, give class name min height screen, BG gradient to be from antique white to wheat, flex column, item center, justify center. Padding from x-axis will be 4. In smaller screen it will be 6. For medium it will be 8. Padding from y-axis will be 10. Font will be Poppins. Wait. Okay, let's remove this. Now, fine. Let's close this and let's create div. Give class name. Text will be center. Margin bottom will be 12. Let's create h2 tag. Give class name. Text will be 4XL. For smaller screen, text will be 4XL. For medium screen, text will be 5XL. Font will be Playfair display. Font will be bold. Text will be stone 900. Margin bottom will be 4. Let's type voices of delight. Now as you can see, it's present here. Now after this h2 tag, let's create a paragraph tag. Give class name. Text will be LG. In smaller screen, text will be LG. For medium, text will be XL. Text is tone 600. Max width will be 2XL. MX auto. Let's type discover what our cherished customers say about their extraordinary coffee experiences. Now let's create testimonial grid. Let's type div, give class name grid. Grid calls 1. For medium screen, grid calls 2. Gap will be 8. Max width will be 6XL. Max width will be 6XL. Width will be full. Padding from x-axis will be 4. Now as you can see, the text is here. Now let's create first card. Let's create div, give class name, position will be relative, bg rows 50, rounded 3xl, padding will be 8, shadow will be 2xl, hover shadow will be 2xl, shadow will be 2xl, shadow will be 2xl, make it 3xl, transition from all, duration will be 500, border L4, border R4, border T2, border B2, for medium screen border L will be 16 pixel, for medium border R will be 16 pixel, for medium border T will be 4, for medium border B will be 4, border hashtag a code group overflow will be hidden, transform. Let's create div, give class name, text will be center, another div, give class name, margin bottom will be 8. Let's import the image, import men from asset slash, let's see, men.png, then import, let's copy this line and paste it here. Let's change men to woman, and here change it to woman, here change it to men. Now let's pass men, in alt pass men, give class name, width will be 20, height will be 20, for smaller screen width will be 24, for smaller height will be 24, rounded full, object cover mx auto, border will be 4, border stone 900, shadow will be LG, transition transform. Now as you can see, a card is present here. Then let's create div, give class name, position will be relative, margin bottom will be 8, and span tag, give class name, position will be absolute, top 0, left will be 1/2. Then minus translate from x-axis will be 1/2, margin top will be 8, text will be 6xl, text will be sky 900, opacity will be 20. Let's pass an Unicode. After this span tag, let's create a paragraph tag, give class name, text gray 700, text will be LG, for smaller screen text will be LG, for medium it will be LG2. Then leading relaxed, padding from x-axis will be 4, font will be medium. Let's type the paragraph. Every sip feels a warm embrace. The attention to detail in their brewing process is unparalleled. It's not just coffee, it's an experience that awakens all senses. Now as you can see, it's present here. Then a span tag, give class name, position will be absolute, bottom 0, left will be 1/2, minus translate from x-axis will be 1/2, minus MB will be 8, text will be 6xl, text is tone 900, opacity will be 20. Let's give a, as you can see, the Unicode is present there. Let's create div, give class name, space from y-axis will be 2, h3 tag. Let's type Amit, give class name, text will be 2xl, font will be Playfair display. Then font will be bold, text will be stone 900. After this, let's create paragraph tag and let's type coffee connoisseur. Give class name, text will be SM, text will be stone 600, uppercase, tracking widest. Now create div and let's close this div right here, and let's give class name. Width will be full, height will be 1, bg gradient to r, from stone 900 via stone 600 to stone 900. Opacity will be 50, margin top will be 4. Now as you can see, the card is here. Now let's copy this and let's create the second card and paste it here. Now let's change the image to woman. Alt will be changed to woman. Then the paragraph will be changed. The coffee here tells a story in every cup. From the first aroma to the last drop, it's a journey through centuries of coffee tradition, perfected with modern craftsmanship. Then change the name to Sarah. Let's change the paragraph here. Type artisan brewer. Now it's here. Now let's close this component and let's create a final, that is footer.js. Let's type RAFCE and let's go to app component and import footer here. Then let's close this and let's create a footer. Let's type footer, give class name, position will be relative, bg gradient to r, from a code to hashtag a code, text yellow 300, overflow will be hidden. Let's create decorative border. Let's type div, give class name. Let's close this div right here. Now give class name, position will be absolute, top will be 0, left will be 0, right will be 0, height will be 2, bg gradient to r, from yellow 400 via yellow 500 to yellow 400. Now after this div, let's copy this again and let's paste it here. Let's change top to bottom. Let's create div, give class name, position will be relative, z index will be 10, max width will be 6 XL, mx auto, padding from x axis will be 4, in smaller screen it will be 6, for larger it will be 8, padding from y axis will be 12. Let's create div, give class name, flex column, for medium screen flex will be row, justify between, item center. Now let's create branding section. Let's type div, give class name, margin bottom will be 8, for medium screen margin bottom will be 0, text center, text will be left. Let's create h1 tag, give class name, text will be 2 XL, for smaller screen text will be 3 XL, for medium it will be 4, font will be bold, bg gradient to r, from yellow 400 to yellow 600, bg clip text will be transparent. Let's type Cafe Royale. After this h1, create a paragraph and give class name, margin top will be 2, text will be base, for smaller screen text will be LG, for medium text will be XL, italic, text yellow 300. Let's type the paragraph, brewing inspiration every day. Now as you can see, it's present here. After this div, let's create navigation buttons. Let's type div, give class name, flex wrap, justify center, gap will be 8. Now go to footer.jsx. Let's copy this and let's paste it here. Let's open this and paste it here, and let's copy this line and paste it here. After this, type dot map function. Let's pass icon, comma label, comma index. Let's create an arrow function. Let's type anchor tag. Let's type backtick, hashtag, dollar. Let's pass label dot to lowercase. Then after this, let's pass key, index. Give class name will be flex call, item center, tracking transition will be colors, duration 300. Then after this, let's pass icon, size will be 28. Let's close this. Let's create a span tag, type label, give class name, margin top will be 1, text will be SM. Now, as you can see, it's present here. Then after this, let's create decorative separator. Let's type div, give class name, margin from y-axis will be 8, position will be relative, div, give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, flex, item center, then create div, give class name, width will be full, border T2, border dashed, border from border yellow 500/30. Remove this div and close the div right here. After this, let's create a div, give class name, position will be relative, flex, justify center. Let's create a span tag, go to menu and copy this icon and paste it here. Give class name, bg will be a hashtag a code, padding from y-axis will be 4, text yellow 400, text will be LG, for smaller screen text will be XL. Now as you can see our divider. Now let's create email. Let's create div, give class name, flex call. For medium screen, flex will be row, justify between, item center, for margin bottom will be 12, gap will be 6. Let's create div, give class name, width will be full, for medium screen max width will be MD. Another div, give class name, BG gradient to R, from yellow 400 to yellow 600, padding bottom will be 0, padding will be 0.5. Now rounded will be XL, rounded will be full. Now type div, class name flex, BG will be hashtag a code, rounded full, PL will be 6, PR will be 2, PY will be 2, and input tag type will be email, placeholder will be enter your email, for brew full updates, give class name, width will be full, BG will be transparent, text will be white, placeholder gray 300, outline will be none. Now as you can see, it's present here. After this input tag, let's create a button tag, type submit, subscribe. Let's type class name, ML will be 2, padding from x-axis will be 4, for smaller it will be 6, padding from y-axis will be 2, BG gradient to R, from yellow 400 to yellow 600, text will be dark coffee, font will be semi bold, rounded will be full, hover opacity will be 90, transition opacity. Now you can see. After this, let's create divider, footer bottom or a divider. Let's create div, class name, text will be center, space from y axis will be 4. Let's create div, class name, flex, justify center, item center, space from x axis will be 2. Let's create a span tag, give class name, h will be pixel, width will be 8, bg yellow 400. Let's close this span tag here. After this, let's create a paragraph tag, give class name, text will be XL, for smaller screen text will be 2XL, font will be semi bold, bg gradient to R from yellow 400 to yellow 600, bg clip text, text will be transparent. Now let's type designed by, let's give an empty space. After this, let's create a span tag, hexagon digital services, and in span tag give class name, hover, text will be purple 300. Now copy this span tag and paste it here. Now as you can see, it's present here. Give another class name, that is cursor pointer. Now it's looking good. Now the React scroll functionality is working. It's not working for about. Let's go to about us, and here let's pass ID about. Now it's working fine. Now let's check the responsiveness. Now the site is fully responsive for mobile view, for laptop, and for tablet. For all screen it's responsive. So that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more. Thank you.